Morning students. Today we will discuss the concept of energy levels of hydrogen atom. And here, before going to discuss the concept, what do you mean by energy levels? You should know about the word that is the title energy levels. What do you mean by energy levels? As you know very well, these are the energy levels can be defined as these are the diagrams representing the energy of electron in a different and different orbits. As you know very well, this is the structure of the atom means the electron is revolving around the nucleus in a different and different orbits. Let us consider this is the first orbit, the electron is revolving around the nucleus. And in this orbit, this electron has somewhat energy. That's why this orbit is called as energy state of this electron. And one more electron is there. This electron is revolving around the second orbit. And the total energy of the electron, this electron having the energy in this orbit. That's why the second orbit is also called as second energy level. Like that, here one more electron is there that is revolving around the nucleus. It has a energy. That's why this respective orbit is called as, or respective level is called as third energy level. This is fourth energy level. Means the electron is not having the same energy in each and every orbit. Here it is having somewhat of energy, and here it is having somewhat of energy, and here it is having somewhat of energy. That's why whenever the electron is revolving around the nucleus, it is having the different and different energy in a different and different levels, or in different and different orbits. That's why how to define the word here? The energy levels. Energy levels are the energy diagrams. These are the diagrams that can be defined as. Here, the energy levels are the diagrams used to represent the energies of the electron whenever it is revolving around the nucleus in a different and different orbits. That's why it can be defined as these are diagrams. These are the diagrams. Means these are the energy levels. Energy levels are the diagrams. Representing means indicating, representing energy of electrons in a different orbits. Energy of electrons in different orbits. These diagrams are called as energy level diagrams. Different orbits around the nucleus. These diagrams are called as energy levels diagram. These diagrams are called as energy level diagrams. Energy level diagrams. And let us consider the energy level diagrams can be indicated or the diagram of these energy level for different and different series. As you know very well, first one is a Lyman series, second one is a Balmer series, third one is a Pascal series, fourth one is a Brackett series, and fifth one is that is Piemann series. For hydrogen atom, there are 5 series are there. First one is a Lyman, second one is a Balmer, third one is a Pascal, fourth one is a Brackett, and last one is that is Piemann series respectively. And here the diagram is there. That energy level diagram for each and every series for the hydrogen atom that we indicated by this is the diagram. And here this is energy level diagram. And here some horizontal lines are there. This is the first one, second one, third one, fourth one, fifth one, sixth one, seventh, eighth, ninth, so on up to infinity. These horizontal lines indicating the energy of electron in each state. This is the first energy level, means this one, and this is the second energy level, this is the third energy level, and this is the fourth energy level. And here the electron having somewhat of energy in the first energy level, here it is having somewhat energy, here it is having somewhat energy. Means why I am telling like this means here in each and every orbit the energy of the electron is not same. These horizontal lines indicating energy states, or these are the energy levels, not the vertical lines. What are vertical lines? Vertical lines indicating, this is the Lyman series, Balmer series, Paskin, Brackett and Pfeiffer series. These are the series of spectral lines of which atom? Hydrogen atom. And what is the meaning of these vertical lines? Let us consider for the Lyman series. There are considered I considered 5 lines here. Here, whenever the electron is jumping from infinity orbit to first orbit, what is the energy it has? Whenever the electron is jumping from 7th orbit to first orbit, or in this case, electron is jumped from 6th orbit to that is first orbit. Here, 5th orbit to first orbit, and 4th orbit to first orbit, 3rd orbit to first orbit, and here 2nd orbit to first orbit. Here just you can observe the electron is taken the transition for different energy levels to first energy level. And here this one is the Balmer series. Here what is happening? All the electrons or the electron is taking the transition from higher energy levels to second energy level. That is 7 to second, 6th to second, 5th to second, again 3rd to second. Like that, this is Paskin series. Here the electron is taking the transition from higher energy level to 3rd energy level. Here for Lyman series, for the electron, here what is the ground state? That is the first energy level is the ground state. For Balmer series, for the transition of the electrons, second energy level is the ground state. And for Paskin, 3rd energy level is the ground state. For next Brackett series, and the ground state of these electrons, that is the 4th one, and ground state of these electrons, that is the 5th one. Here this is the energy level diagram. These vertical lines indicating the transition of electron from higher energy level to their respective ground state. Here the ground state for electron is the first one. That's why that series is called as a Lyman series. And here for these electrons, the ground state is the second orbit. That's why these transition of the electrons are these spectral lines we are going to call it as Balmer series. And here for these lines, for these spectral lines, electron taken the transition from higher energy level to what is the ground state? 3rd one. That's why that is a Paskin series. And here, therefore, whenever we are taking the n value here, this is equal to n1 is equal to 1. This is a fixed value. But whenever we are taking n2 value, this should be starting from 2 for Lyman series, next 3, next 4, 5, 6, so on up to infinity. And for Balmer series, if you want to take the n value, what is the ground state? n1 is equal to 2. And what is the next one? Higher energy levels, that is n2 is equal to, it is starting from 3, 4, 5, so on up to infinity. And here n1 is equal to 3, n2 is equal to 4, 5, 6, 7, so on up to infinity. Here n1 is equal to 4, next n2 is equal to 5, 6, 7, and here n1 is equal to, for this one n1 is equal to 5, then n2 is starting from 6 here. Let us consider these horizontal lines are called as the energy of these states. For example, this is the first energy state, the energy of electron in this state, that is indicated by this horizontal line. And energy of second state or second orbit, that can be represented by this horizontal line. And third orbit, this horizontal line indicating the energy of third orbit, energy of this is fourth orbit, fifth orbit, so on up to infinity. And how to calculate energy of electron in the first orbit? Means for Lyman series, what is the energy value of that electron whenever it is jumping from higher energy level to first energy level? As you know very well that equation you derived in the yesterday's class, the energy of the electron in different orbits can be calculated by using one of the theoretical formula is there. That formula, energy is equal to, generally that is minus 13.66 Z square divided by N square electron volt. This value we derived in the yesterday's class. Means by using this one we are going to find out the energy of each and every orbit. And here for hydrogen atom, Z value becomes that is 1. That's why for hydrogen atom E is equal to minus 13.61 divided by n square. This is electron volt. The value is not you are getting in terms of joule. Instead of joule, you are getting the answer in terms of electron volt. And what is the electron or what is the energy of this orbit? If you want to find out as well, just you can find out E1. E1 is equal to minus 13.6 into 1 by n square. That is n square is nothing but this orbit number is 1. That is 1 square electron volt. Then E1 becomes this is minus 13.6 electron volt. This is the energy of this orbit. This is the energy of this orbit, that is minus 13.6 electron volt. And next E2. How to find out next E2? What is the energy of the electron in the second orbit? If you want to find out this value, this is becomes minus 13.6 electron volt. And next, that is E2 I am going to find out. E2 is equal to minus 13.6 into 1 divided by, for second orbit n value become 2, just you can substitute 2 square. That becomes 4, and if you calculate this value this is become minus 3.40 electron volt. Then the value of the second orbit is, or the electron have the energy in this orbit, that is minus 3.40 electron volt. And next third one, if you want to find out, this is third one. Third is equal to E3, that is minus 13.6 into 1 by 3 square, means this becomes 9. Minus 13.6 divided by 9 electron volt, that is equal to you are getting minus 1.51 electron volt. Means the energy of this energy level, that is minus 1.51 electron volt. And similarly you can find out E4 value. E4 value, fourth orbit, E4 is equal to minus 13.6 into 1 by 4 square, means 16. That is, if you calculate this value, you are getting this is minus 0.85 electron volt. This is the fourth one, and this value becomes minus 0.85 electron volt. And next one, for fifth one, you have to calculate. That is E5 is equal to minus 13.6 into 1 by 5 square, and this is electron volt. This becomes minus 0.58 something you are getting, and this is for 58 or 54, just you can check up the value. This is become 0.54. Next you can calculate for E6. You are getting this value is equal to around 0.37 electron, and this one becomes 0.37, or so on up to infinity. Orbit, if you want to find out the energy of that one, that is E infinity is equal to minus 13.6 into 1 by infinity square. As you know very well, anything divided by infinity, that value is equal to 0. Means this is 0 electron volt. Means for infinity value, this is 0 electron volt. Just you can see here, this is the first energy of the first energy level, this is second energy level, this is third energy level, this is fourth energy level, so on up to infinity I considered. But you can observe here, however it is going up, these energy levels are coming very closer to each other. Here there is a big gap is there. Here gap is goes on decreases. Compared to this gap, this is again becomes less. Compared to this one, this is decreases. This is decreases. However, the orbit number is goes on increases. The energy levels are become very closer. What is the meaning of this one? This closeness of these lines indicating that the number of the orbit, however it is increasing, the energy of that orbit is goes on decreases. You orbit close around, what is the meaning this one? However, the closeness again you are getting very close of these orbits. The closeness of orbits indicating the energy of the electrons in these states is goes on decreases. And this is for Lyman series, Balmer, Paskin series, and the transition of electron from Brackett series and transition of electron from P1 series. Just you can remember, vertical lines are not the energy levels. Only horizontal lines are the energy levels, and vertical lines, what it is indicating? Just it is indicating the transition of the electron from which state to which state. Means here the electron is jumped from 7th to 1st. Here 6th to 1st. Means the vertical lines indicating only the transition of electrons from higher energy levels to their respective ground energy levels. And this one is the energy level diagram. And let us consider first energy level. Here its energy is equal to minus 13.6, and if it increases, if N1 becomes N2, means if you are taking somewhat higher energy level, this energy level having less compared to this one. Again, the energy of this orbit is lesser compared to these two, and energy of this orbit is lesser compared to these three, so on up to if infinity energy level you are considering, then its energy of electron in this orbit is equal to 0 electron volt. What is the meaning of this one? Let us consider first orbit, second orbit, third orbit. For example, in third orbit, it is having the energy is equal to, electron having the energy is equal to minus 1.51 electron volt. If you supply plus 1.51 electron volt energy to this electron is leaving the atom. Means it is escaping the atom whenever if you supply plus 1.51 electron volt energy to joule or electron volt to this electron. For example, just you can imagine the electron is present in the ground state. Ground state energy is equal to minus 13.6 electron volt is there. But here, if you want to take this electron outside the atom, then you have to supply plus 13.6 electron volt to this electron. Means what is the energy of this orbit? Minus 13.6 electron volt. Means in this orbit, the electron have the energy of minus 13.6 electron volt. That's why it is not leaving the first orbit. But if you want to take the electron away from the atom, means if your intention is to remove the atom from the first orbit to the infinity value, then you have to supply this much of energy. Then here one more question is there, confusion is there. Here electron is present. Our intention is to send the electron from first orbit to second orbit. How much energy we have to send? Then how to calculate that one? Just you can take the difference of these two. For example, electron is present here. What is the energy of this orbit? That is minus 13.6. And where you have to sending that electron? That is second orbit. Means what is the energy of the second orbit? That is minus 3.40. And what is the difference of the energy level of the first orbit and energy level of the second orbit? Just you can take the difference. That is 13.6 minus of this value. 13.6 minus of this value minus 13.6 minus become plus. This is 3.40. 13.6 minus of 3.40 almost it is getting minus 10.2 electron volt. 10.2 electron volt. If you want to take the electron from first orbit to second orbit, how much energy we have to give this electron? That is minus 10.2 electron volt. If this electron receives 10.82 electron volt of energy, then this electron is jumping from first orbit to second orbit. Or if you want to send the electron from second orbit to third orbit, how much energy we have to give? Just you can take the difference of these three. 3.40 minus of 1.51. 3.40 minus of 1.51. This one becomes this is 1.89. If you want to send the electron from second orbit to first orbit, you need to give 1.89 electron volt of energy to this electron. then this electron is jumping from second energy level to third energy level. That's why you can consider remainings. This is the energy levels of this is the energy levels of each and every orbit. If you want to send the electron from here to here, how much energy you have to send? Take the difference. That much energy you can give to the electron, means it is jumping from here to here. Or the first energy level, how the energy is equal to minus 13.6. Our intention is to send the electron from first energy level to infinity. Means in order to take the electron away from the atom, how much energy you have to send? Means here the electron have this much of energy. If you send plus 13.6 electron volt of energy to this electron is that is emitting away from the atom, or it is coming away from the atom. That's why depending upon these are the explanation. Just you can follow yourself the energy difference of these two, and here to here. If the electron is want to go from this orbit to this orbit, only less energy is required for this electron to go to this orbit. But here gap is more. That's why more energy you have to send this electron in order to jump into second orbit. And here energy gap is less, and that's why this energy value difference is less. So on, it goes on decreases, indicating that each and every, however the number of orbits is goes on increases, these lines are observing very close to each other, indicating the energy of these orbits is goes on decreases. And just you can imagine here number of photons are coming. This is the first photon, this is the second photon, this is the third photon, this is the fifth photon, this is the sixth photon. And here one atom is there. The electron is present in the first energy level. Here number of photons are coming. Photons is nothing but a light or electromagnetic radiation. Number of photons are coming, and these photons are incident on this atom. Let us imagine one of the electron is present in the first orbit, and its energy is equal to, this photon energy is equal to, for example, 1.8 electron volt, and this its photon energy is equal to 13.6 electron volt, and its energy is equal to 2 electron volt, its energy is equal to 10 electron volt, its energy is equal to, just you can imagine, 100 electron volt. Here number of photons are coming. Its value 1.8, its value 13.6, its value 2, its value 10, its value 10 point something. Whenever these photons are incident on the atom, this electron receives which photon in order to take the transition from first orbit to second orbit. Just you can imagine, its value 1.8, 13.6 to 10 point something. Means this energy level, what is the energy of this orbit? That is minus 13.6. Whenever these photons are incident on the atom, this electron receives this photon, second photon, because its energy value is equal to 13.6. Whenever these photons are incident on the atom, this electron receives photon of energy, that is 13.6. Whenever it is receiving 13.6 electron volt of energy, then immediately it is coming away from the atom. That's why this photon is absorbed by this electron. That's why you are observing in the spectrum this photon is destroyed. That's why in the screen you are getting it as a black light, because if this photon is absorbed by the electron, then this photon loses its energy, then in the screen you are getting a black light. That's why this spectrum is called as absorption spectrum. And this is the energy level. The energy of each and every orbit can be calculated by using this theoretical formula. Just you can remember Z is 1, that is for hydrogen atom, and the number of only variable is, that is E is depending upon the number of the orbit. However, the number of the orbit is goes on increases. These are becomes very closer, indicating that the energy of these orbits is goes on decreases. And these are energy levels, and the Lyman series, Balmer series, and respect to all the series are there depending upon the transition from higher energy level to ground state. And as you know very well, the Lyman series, here these are the spectral lines, and if you want to calculate the wavelength of these values, the wavelength of these spectral lines, you are getting the answer, that is in between 1 nanometer to 400 nanometer. If you want to calculate, in case if you want to calculate what is the wavelength of this one, if you calculate the wavelength of all these spectral lines, you are getting the answer in between these two values. This is the range of which electromagnetic wave, that is UV light. This is UV light, means its value, its wavelength value, whatever it is the wavelength value of each and every spectral line, the answer should be lies between in this region. That's why this is the wavelength range of ultraviolet light. That's why Lyman series belongs to UV region, ultraviolet region. Next comes to this is Balmer series, and here the electron is jumping from 7 to second, 6 to second. Whenever the electron is jumping from 7 to second, it is emitting the light, and whenever jumping from 6th to second, again it is emitting the light. You can calculate its wavelength, the wavelength of all the spectral lines. Then the answer should be, you are getting, that is in between 400 nanometer to 700 nanometer. The electron is jumping from 7 to second, it is emitting the radiation. If you want to calculate the wavelength, it is, you are getting the answer in between these two values. And whenever the electron takes the transition from 6th to second, it is emitting the radiation. If you want to calculate the wavelength of this spectral line, then that answer you are getting in between these two values. If you calculate all the wavelength of these spectral lines, you are getting the answer lies between 400 nanometer to 700 nanometer. What is the range of, or which electromagnetic wave having this much range? That is visible region. This is the range of the electromagnetic radiation as a visible light. Visible means white light. That's why Balmer series belongs to visible region. This is visible region. Next, Pascal series is there. Transition from 7 to 3, 6 to 3, 5 to 3, 4 to 3. And it is emitting the radiation. Here also emitting the radiation. And if you want to calculate the wavelength of each and every spectral line, you are getting the answer in between. That is 700 nanometer to 1 millimeter. Getting? If you want to calculate wavelength of this one, you are getting the answer in between these two values only. Its value is also lies in between these two. What is the range of this one? This range having by the, that is infrared radiation. This is the range of infrared light. That's why Pascal series belongs to which region? IR region. IR region means that is infrared region. Next, bracket series is there. If you want to calculate the wavelength of all these spectral lines, the answer is lies in between same 700 nanometer to 1 nanometer. That's why the bracket series is also belongs to IR region. Next, P band is there, taking the transition from higher to, that is fifth. Next one, that is the next highest to fifth. It is emitting the radiation. It is also emitting the radiation. If you want to calculate the wavelength of these spectral lines, you are getting the answer in between again 700 nanometer to 1 millimeter. Again, this series is also belongs to IR region. That's why this is 1 marks question. There's a direct question they are asking. The Lyman series belongs to which region of electromagnetic spectrum? They are asking. You have to write the answer as UV region. Or if they ask the question as the P-band series belongs to or lies in between which region of the electromagnetic wave or electromagnetic spectrum, then you need to write this is IR. It is very easy to remember. Just you can remember. First one is a UV, second one is a visible, and these three are IR. And these radiations, these spectral lines, we are not, our eye is not sensing because it is belongs to UV region. UV region means its frequency is very high. That's why UV region light means its frequency is very high. These lights or these spectral lines we cannot sense because our eye is not possible to sense these spectral lines. Or whenever the electron is jumping from higher energy level to first energy level, it is emitting the radiation. These radiation we cannot see. It's highly impossible to see because it is belongs to which region? UV region. Its wavelength, its frequency is very high. That's why there is a maximum frequency our eye cannot sense. That's why all these series our eye only can see Balmer series because this is belongs to visible region. Visible means it can be seen.